right, and we are starting off strong with instant dodge killing against Elysium Survivor Team, and unfortunately for us, the entity has yet to fix the screen sharing there on the Spirit. That being said, we'll be able to watch the survivors here as Ada, I'm not sure telling Nick Cage to come closer towards Shaq or stop creeping towards the gens or what. That being said, as far as perks are concerned, we have the good old Corrupt Intervention starting off things strong. As far as the other perks are concerned, we'll have to wait and see. Survivors doing a good job so far keeping out of line of sight of the killer. We have yet to hear a tear radius, let alone anything else. So not sure where the Spirit might be. No one in chase either. Survivors doing a good job just kind of hiding out right now. Sounds like there's a slight heartbeat for Nick Cage. Nothing for the ace. And Adam just chilling by Shaq, waiting with their flashlight. Definitely a slow start, but looks like Ada might have been found by the Spirit. Phase walk coming in. But Ada gonna be daring, starting to work on the gen here. That is in fact a deja vu, giving the Ada here a bit more of a speed boost in regards to their 3 gens. Still no sign of where the Spirit might have gone. Sounds like they might be up in main. Nick Cage currently there as well, potentially with a bounce landing in hand. But again, looks like the survivor has gotten away, but looks like Ace not so lucky. The first one in chase here at the pallet. Looks like a pre-drop and a whiff from the Spirit. Looks like this will be a life, gaining a little bit of distance there for the Ace. However, Spirit still in hot pursuit. Ace, though, gonna be looping the carriage here a bit backwards. Ace thinking that they are gonna be able to avoid the hit there, but instead gonna be hit, revealing a sloppy butcher, applying the mangled and hemorrhage stats effect. A bit of mind game there from the Ace, but it does not work out in their favor. Instead, they will go down over the pallet as the Ace will crawl away towards the corner, trying to give their survivor team a little bit more time on these gens. That being said, though, looks like the Spirit gonna be dragging them over to a hook here. We'll have to wait and see what else the Spirit has in store. That being said, we do hear Spirit phase walking elsewhere. Adam coming in with a sprint burst, and we all know what that means against the S tiers. Very likely a deliverance in hand. On top of which, seeing a wheel make it there from the Adam as well. However, not enough time before the Spirit was going to be hot on their trail. Looks like they will down the Ace once again. Ace, though, going to be recovering here. And that is, in fact, a unbreakable in hand. However, Spirit going to be stabbed in the side by a decisive strike, allowing the Ace a second chance here. The question is whether or not they're going to be able to stay upright for long. And does not appear to be the case, as the Spirit will down them once again. Ace's 4th perk still a little bit of unknown. However, survivors have completed 2 generators here. We do see that we'll make it in the corner, meaning that Adam is still nearby, primed and ready for a unhook here. Looks like they have waited out their exhaustion perk and have regained sprint burst. Let's see if they are able to get the unhook cleanly. Do you want to note that the gen kick there was in fact hit by a pop goes the weasel, and if we were witnessing the killer was in fact highlighted in yellow. Adam, though, trying to distract the Spirit, unsuccessful in doing so. Looks like they are going to be back on the Ace here in just a few short moments. We can hear that heart rate picking up speed. The Spirit in hot pursuit as the Ace does make their way towards the Shack. A pre-drop pallet there from the Ace. Looks like Spirit going insta-break. No fake here from the Ace, though. Going to be pre-dropping here, and looks like a life to try and get some additional distance. Spirit with the phase walk, though. Gonna be right behind them. I don't know if they have enough distance. Looks like they do to make the vault. However, Ace has nothing else here. No window at Shack, and a little bit of a misplay there. Maybe trying to fake out the Spirit for what it's worth, but will in fact be going down. With that being said, 3 survivors on gens. And 2 gens left to be completed. This one here just about at 75%. Spirit, though, gonna be going out for the phase walk, trying to go for another pop goes the weasel. Spirit, though, finding the Atom, and before pursuing, will in fact pop that gen. 1 gen remaining for these survivors before they can attempt an escape via the exit gate. And we do see what looks to be a urban evasion there from the Nick Cage, trying to increase the speed in which they are able to crouch walk to avoid the Spirit's ire. That being said, we do see Adam here, once again, now in chase with the Spirit, trying to go for a fake here at the window. Will successfully do so, it looks like, as Spirit does phase away. Spirit not all too concerned for Adam, maybe knowing something that we do not. That being said, Spirit close by Nick Cage and the Ada alike. Looks like we might see a chase here on the Ada. Spirit phase walking. A firecracker from the Ada, but not before getting hit there. And that is, in fact, an overcome, getting the Ada quite a bit of distance. Spirit with another phase walk, a swing through the pallet. However, Ada holding strong. Looks like Spirit trying to get the drop here on the pallet, and will get it, but receiving the stun instead of the hit. Looks like Ada gonna be able to make a little bit of distance. Trying to do some fakes there at the lockers, will successfully do so as they do get the vault at the carriage. However, Spirit gonna be cutting them off, forcing them back over here to the pallet. Spirit at some point might have to break this pallet lest we do see this chase end with a completed generator. However, Ada will go down. Looks like a survivor is nearby. Looks like maybe a Nicolas Cage, as we did see Adam in the shack prior. That being said, Adam just about complete with this generator. Looks like 5 gens will be completed this time round, as Nick Cage once again urban evading around to try and avoid the ire of the Spirit. However, Spirit not gonna be able to interrupt this gen. Looks like they might be trying to complete it in front of the Spirit. Sure enough, there it is. Spirit seeing who it is and is going to fall back to the unhook. Looks like they will not be able to get a heal off in time, as instead they're gonna be splitting up for a potential escape via the X gates. Surprised the Spirit did not go for the fresh Adam, instead falling back to the unhook here. And looks like we do see Ada here on the store, just about 15 seconds away before this exit gate is able to be opened. And Nick Cage now in chase, trying to avoid the Spirit. Will take the hit here at the carnival, but the exit gates are being opened by Ada. The question is, will the phase walk come in time? There it is, but there's the hit on the Ada. The Spirit trying to get Nick Cage, but instead is going to lose out on some points from that fresh escape. And it looks like Adam going to be moonwalking out the exit gates, as Ada will receive the final hook here. So, well played by the Spirit. That is a 2K6 hook. 5 gens completed there for the survivors, as well as 2 fresh outs. So very well played by both teams. With that being said, we are going to get set up for the next trial in just one moment, where we are going to be seeing Elysium kill against instant dodge as the Spirit once again. All right, and we are back. This time with trial number 2, Elysium killing against instant dodge. And they are going to need to get a 2K7 hook or more at 5 gens completed or less in order to secure victory, though. I'm not sure how you would be able to get a 2K7 hook at less than 5 gens completed, as at that point it is just a 4K. With that being said, survivors once again jumping on gens quite early here. No early finds for the Spirit. We see Claudette there not doing a totem, but just hiding out near one. Though I would imagine that based on the win condition for Zaka here, they might in fact go for a no-ed. So instant dodge might be incentivized to do totems here that will slow down their generator progress. That being said, still no chases, and about 1 gen already more than 50% completed. Claudette nearby. There's the heartbeat for the ace, and looks like they will, in fact, give chase here. Looks like a fastball there with a life in hand. And Spirit's still in hot pursuit, but that should mean that generator will be completed here in just a few short moments. Ace trying to make it to the pallet in time. We see a swing from the Spirit, not throwing the pallet. A lot of good patience there shown by the ace, as they will end up getting away a killer blind as well from the firecracker, getting the ace a bit of distance here to a pallet, but nothing here thereafter. Looks like ace will force the pick there from the Spirit, and that there will be the first took here for Elysium. That being said, we did in fact see a sloppy butcher get revealed during that chase. Of course, a corrupt invention, which has since ended, was also revealed. Looks like we do see Renato here over in Shack. And Ada, not too far away either. Once again with an urban evasion here, allowing them to crouch walk a little bit faster. We do see a kick on that gen. That there was a pop goes the weasel based on the smoke that we saw appear. Ace now unhooked. I imagine Spirit gonna be going back to that unhook here in just a few seconds, and sure enough, there's the ace. We do see the sprint burst, not sprint burst, we see the light there. Looks like Spectator getting a little bit confused on the statuses of which survivor. Spirit coming through, but not getting the hit through the pallet. Ace, I think, a little bit surprised about that as well. And looks like we are going to see it down in the corner here. Ace going to state that they know full well their fate, but here comes the decisive strike, getting Ace a little bit of extra time. However, by going into the corner, it means that Ace doesn't have anything else to their disposal. So a little bit of a curious play there, as second gen now popping off here for the survivors. These survivors are going through the gens pretty quickly now, but they do need to avoid this ace being sent back to campfire via the entity. That being said, we do see Ada and what looked to be Renato over by the main building. Renato might be the next survivor in chase. We do see the Spirit phase walking there, and a little bit of an awkward greeting there, as we do see an overcome from the Renato, gaining a little bit of distance. However, Spirit looks to have dropped the chase, potentially going back for the ace, I imagine. However, no heartbeat here. Looks like Claudette gonna be slow but surely making their way over towards the unhook. I imagine they were the one to get the unhook prior. I imagine Spirit also aware of this, potentially going to ensure that they do not get downed. Spirit is trying to body block here. There's the hit, there's the unhook, and the 1-for-1 trade. We do see a unbreakable here from the Claudette, so very likely also a deliverance. However, Ace now in chase in a desperate situation, as they do pre-drop that pallet. There's the over the pallet as well, and Ace will be going down and being sent back to campfire via the entity, unless we see the survivor come in for a flashlight save. I don't think they have the angle though, and sure enough, they do not, and are now the prime target for the Spirit thereafter. However, sounds like Spirit actually going back for the pickup on the Claudette. We did not see them pick themselves up. I wonder if that was by design, or if something may have happened. That being said though, Renato jumping off their gen a little bit early. Ada also getting caught up here. Looks like things are looking grim for these survivors, as they need to avoid one more survivor being sent back to campfire via the entity before these gens are completed and the exit gates opened. We do see Deja Vu once again here on the Renato. Ada up on the hill, potentially with a balanced landing, but Spirit not gonna go for them right away, though maybe just not seeing them right away either. There's the balanced landing. Spirit hot in pursuit though. Ada gonna make it into the main building and dropping down. However, we do not see the unhook as of yet, and Ada, without any additional resources here, gonna be in a tough position. Looks like she will be taking chase over towards the shack, however, and we do see that broken stats effect on the Claudette. That was, in fact, a deliverance, as we do see Renato getting hit here by the Spirit once again, applying the sloppy butcher status effects, both the mangled as well as the hemorrhage. And looks like Renato trying to get this pallet in time. Spirit's still around, but mind gaming the Renato here, trying to avoid the pallet stun here. Once again, going for a little bit of mind game, maybe just waiting out there, phase walk, and sure enough, they will get it as Renato will go down. No pallets in sight. At this point in time, if either Renato or Claudette get sent past the campfire via the entity, that there will result in a win here for Elysium in set number 1. That being said, we of course do have set number 2 here in just a few moments as we are seeing Ada and Claudette wait out the broken stats effect, and sure enough, there it is. Ada gonna go for the heal here, leaving Renato to hang out for just a little bit. These survivors imagine hoping, praying to the entity that Spirit does not find them during this little heal party, as Claudette will now get healed, and I imagine Ada gonna be sent off to a generator to try and get a little progress done. At the very least, if these survivors do not make it out the exit gates, they need to ensure they get as many generators completed as possible in case of a tiebreaker in set number 3 if we do go that route. That being said, looks like Ada going to try to avoid the bounce landing proc there, but unsuccessful in doing so, as Claudette will get found, take a hit, and looks like we are going to see another 1-for-1 trade. However, Spirit now knows that Deliverance has since been used and wants to avoid the unbreakable proc, and this is going to be the immediate hook on the Claudette, and looks like Renato going to be the next chase here. I think the best choice here for these survivors, honestly, is to complete one more gen. We once again see the phase walk here, and a bit of a fake there by the Renato, but Spirit not gonna fall for it. Instead, we are going to see the instant break and the pickup. Ada a bit far away from both these hooks and in a tricky position now, because if she gets found, it is pretty much all over. Ada, though, going to be going for the unhook here. Looks like to be on the Renato. Spirit phase walking away a little bit early. We do see that their exhaustion perk is yet to be refreshed, as they are still exhausted for what it's worth, though I don't think the bounce lane going to get much value over here on this side of the map. However, they will at the very least be able to unhook both set of survivors. Claudette taking the BT hit, ensuring that the Ada does not take a health state. There's fastball at the window. Spirit once again trying to mind game here, but looks like they may have dropped chase, instead going for the Claudette. Sure enough, there they are. There's a redrop from the Claudette, trying to get that stun. Another phase walk here, an attempt at fake, and looks like the Claudette will take the down at the pallet. However, we did see a survivor nearby. That there's the Ada with the flashlight in hand. There's the flashlight blind and save. Amazing job from the Ada keeping their survivors in the game here, as Renato will now be on gen. Claudette, though, once again, going to be in chase here at the shack, dropping the God pallet. A phase walk attempt and a near miss there by the Spirit. The Claudette playing fire, to say the least, as we do make their way over to this pallet once again. Spirit gonna wait for the phase walk, having it up. There's the vault, and Claudette getting stuck on the husk. Unfortunate scenario, to say the least, and looks like Claudette will be sent out to campfire via the entity, meaning that Elysium has walked away victorious here in set number 1. That being said, things are not over just yet, as Instant Dodge has a chance to get some additional points here, either by completing gens and or potentially escaping via the exit gates or the hatch. We'll have to wait and see if that is a possibility, as Ada once again jumps on a gen. Looks like Spirit finding the gen that the Renato was on. However, a Pop Goes Weasel gun coming in and regressing that gen by 30% of its current progression. Renato just hanging out for a little bit here. Ada once again on the gen, gonna be leaving a little bit early, as they do hear that heartbeat from the Spirit. However, jumping back on as Renato now in chase at the LT wall, and a little bit of a unfortunate scenario, as their exhaustion perk not gonna be able to get any value here, as they do not have a health state to give. A good call out there by the Renato, avoiding the hit at the vault, trying to get back into the main building, will successfully get there. Door is not broken, but Renato looking for something, anything to get them away, and will miss the hit there at the window. Really well done there by the Renato. However, no additional pallets in sight. Ada gonna be jumping off their gen a little bit early, and looks like they are making their way over towards Carnival. Maybe assuming that the Spirit is going to be going for the hatch instead of the exit gates. There's going to be a huge play if the Ada is able to escape in time. We'll have to wait and see. We do not hear the instant hatch, but looks like Ada being a bit too careful there. 20 seconds on the clock. Can the Spirit get here in time? That is the question of the day. About 15 seconds. 10 seconds. No heartbeat just yet. 5 seconds. There's the alarm. The Spirit's nearby, but it's going to be a NOED, downing the Ada at the very last minute. That was a close one, to say the least. If the Ada was not exposed from NOED, they would have taken the hit. They would have been able to open the exit gates and potentially escape. However, Elysium securing the 4K here in set number 1. So very well done by both teams. With that being said, we are going to be moving to set number 2 now, where we are going to be seeing a Demogorgon mirror match. We are going to be going to the Blood Lodge. All right, and we are back with trial number 3, set number 2, Elysium, killing against Instant Dodge's Survivor team, this time as the Demogorgon. And we, of course, have the good old corrupt intervention. And, you know, I haven't seen Dem in a while. I do not know if there's screen sharing, and unfortunately, the entity does not bless us today, as there is, in fact, screen shearing. And it looks like we do have Felix now in chase with the Demogorgon, going for a fake there and will successfully get it. Very well played there by the Felix, however, taking a hit nonetheless, though we will see a lucky break here in the mix, as there are no scratch marks or blood trails being shown. However, Demo still in hot pursuit, trying to go for a fake here, getting a little bit of distance. Demo with the shred, but Felix not gonna fall for it, not trying to pallet here today. However, gonna be dropping it this time, I imagine, but taking the hit through the pallet in unfortunate circumstances, say the least. But that being said, Felix will be put on luck for the very first time. As far as other perks are concerned for the Demo, you may have noticed an Enduring in play, as we did see a lack of stun there. That being said, gonna be waiting and seeing where the Demo gonna be going next. We do see a Survivor there with Deja Vu in hand, as well as Quentin here in Shack working on the generator. Deja Vu, a really useful perk, both for identifying the 3 gens as well as getting that 6% speed increase on the gens. However, we do hear the Demo portaling around, as we do also see what looks to be a unhook attempt here. No unhook attempt. Survivor's just sitting on the gens. I could have sworn I saw a aura or someone making their way over there, but I think it was the Demo going for the camp out. That being said, looks like Demo not gonna be going for the chase here on the Survivor, Dwight. Instead, just gonna be hanging out around the hook. Quentin getting pushed off their gen, as we do see another portal back. Survivors not caring for the stage progression. Instead, just gonna be trying to get these gens progressed as much as possible. 3 gens about 50% completed, so we're gonna see at least 2 completed here in just a few moments. However, I feel like gonna be pushing second stage, 1 stage away from being sent back to campfire via the entity, and it looks like Quentin will actually get interrupted this time around. Demo for the shred will take the stun, an excellently timed stun there by the Quentin, as we also do see a smash hit in the mix, getting them a little bit of distance. Demo, though, gonna go back for the portal. Survivors once again sitting on gens. Felix might be a sacrificial lamb here, as we are going to see 2 gens completed. Looks like we will see Claudia actually jumping off of her gen, going for the unhook here. But Demo going to be interrupting. Let's see if maybe... No, Dwight going to be sitting on their gen still. We don't know where the Quentin is. Quentin actually going for the unhook on the Felix, getting it just in the nick of time. Very well played there, but as far as baiting the Demo away from the camp. That being said, Demo gonna be going around here, going for a little bit of a mind game, but Felix going to be sticking to the corner there to ensure that they do not go down. Demo, though, with the shred. A miss by the Demo, however, is going to go down at the pallet. A risky play as a survivor coming in for the pallet drop. There's the Quentin. Will they get there in time? It's going to be close, folks. But the Demo swinging out from underneath the pallet in time, as we will see the Felix sent back to campfire via the entity, and looks like Quentin now gonna be in chase as the 3rd gen now completed. Really well played there by the Felix, dodging the Demo shred. Just unfortunate they were not able to make any distance to anything of value thereafter. That being said, survivors making a lot of use of 3 stages, as we do see 3 gens completed, and I'm sure more to come. That being said, though, I do want to point out the Demo here with a Scourge Hook Pain Resonance also in hand, so any fresh hook here could be 25% off the most progressed gen. That being said, we do see the pre-jump there from the Quentin is offering the Demo some snacks there as they will eat through these resources with their shreds. Quentin with attempted crouch tech there, but unable to make it work as they're going to make their way back towards the shack. However, Demo going to be swinging through the pallet, and another hit through, and an immediate pick due to enduring. So really well played there by the Quentin. Unfortunately, though, getting palpitrated at the very end, and looks like this will be another Scourge Hook Pain Resonance potentially. Both survivors currently off of gens as we speak. Looks like Dwight on one of the 3 gens here. Deja Vu is activated. Claudette hanging around trying to get this unhook. The question is, where is the Demo in all of this? There is a heartbeat nearby. We do see the gen next to the Quentin still regressing all the while. Claudette kind of just in a holding pattern here. But Dwight going to be completing this gen about 50% in now, so Demo's going to have to make a move soon. If not, they do risk a 4th gen getting completed. That being said, we do hear the Demo, and looks like we will see the Dwight going up towards the top of main. Potentially a bounce landing in hand. However, Claudette going to go back for the unhook, it looks like, but going to be dropping off early as Demo pushes them away. We're going to see the pallet stun once again enduring here. No Spirit Fury, though. Do want to point that out, so 4th brick still a little bit of a unknown. Demo, though, with another shred. And looks like Dwight gonna prioritize the gen before the unhook. Survivors playing very dangerously here. That being said, we are gonna see the hit there on the Claudette here at Shack. A dodge from the Claudette, just narrowly dodging that shred from the Demo. But Demo gonna be dropping chase as the 4th gen now completed. Demo, though, nowhere to be seen, though we do hear the heartbeat nearby. Could be potentially guarding the hook. And sure enough, looks like they are going to be breaking into main, trying to ensure that the Quentin cannot get this unhook or be unhooked in time. But there is the unhook. There's the 1-for-1 trade. The question is, can the Quentin get away? But no, Demo doesn't care. Instead, going to be hooking the Dwight here. Once again, regressing the most progressed gen by 25%. All 3 survivors also now injured in dire straits as they need 1 more gen completed, and the most progressed gen, regardless of its placement, has now been regressed by 25%. Claudette kind of just hanging around, trying to see what they can do here as, oh no, I did not see the chase markers. Quentin going down off in the distance. That is going to be Quentin sent back to campfire via the entity. Claudette going to be going for the unhook, it would seem. But this is looking more and more like a 4K in favor of Elysium's Demo here. That being said, no sign of them just yet. Even with a Demo portal, kind of surprising that they did not make their way nearby. But looks like they are gonna be in chase with the Dwight. Going for the shred, will successfully get it around the corner at the pallet. Claudette in the wings, though, but Demo seeing that too will get the down. And as there is no Unbreakable in play, that there is going to be the 4K here for Elysium in trial number 3, set number 2. So GG, well played to both teams. And if that being said, Instant Dodge has 1 more chance to force a set number 3 here, folks. They are going to need to get a 4K at 1 gen or less in order to force a set 3. In order to get a win, they're going to need to get a 4K with their Demogorgon at 2 generators remaining. Or rather, 3 generators completed or less. However, if an instance that they do tie, that will also force a set number 3. So anything from 1 gen remaining to more than that will result in a win. That being said, though, we are going to go on a quick break as we do set up this next lobby, which could be the final one, but we don't want to make any determinations before the entity doth sing. That being said, though, we are going to go on a quick break. Before we do remind everyone here today that you, yes, you, the viewers, are our sponsors, so that as they watch the bits that dip on the subs they buy, and of course, we'll energy by using the code COTF, goes supporting Chance of Fog and the prize pool for Group A and Group B. With that being said, if you're over on YouTube, you can support us as well by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell. All right, and we are back once again, this time with Instant Dodge, killing it against Elysium Survivor Team. And we, of course, do see a Corrupt Intervention and a Survivor running towards the Demo. Very possibly an early chase here, as Demo going to be coming around the side of the main building. However, this Survivor going to be playing with fire, it would seem. As a reminder as well, Instant Dodge is killer. Going to need to get a 4K at 3 gens completed or less in order to secure victory here in set number 2. However, if they do get a 4K at 4 gens completed or less, that will secure a tie and force a set 3 nonetheless. That being said, the Survivor here going to be in chase, though Light going to get them a little bit of extra distance, enough so that the Demo will drop chase, it would seem. As we do see the Ace on Gen, and looks like the Renato soon to be in chase, though Demo once again going to be dropping chase. Looks like instead now on the Jake here at the shack. Demo with the prime shred, but not able to get the angle out the window. We do see that firecracker getting them a little bit of value, and a swing and a whiff there as Jake will make it to the window. Looks like they're going to try once again. Demo with the prime shred, but the Jake not really afraid of it. Instead, getting the pallet stun. And looks like they want to continue the chase. Demo going to oblige, as we are once again going to see some chases here at the window. Chase was broken at some point, though, meaning that the Jake able to vault that multiple times without it blocking. And sounds like we are close by to a gen currently being worked on. Demo, though, just going to try and walk in the shred, but they were better off going for the M1. Especially, guys, I do not believe we have seen any signs of save the best for last, though, given that they're trying so desperately to shred the Jake, who is the obsession, mind you. It's very possible that they do, in fact, have that. Though we are going to see the Survivor here once again in chase, and looks like Demo going to go for the swing. Gets the hit this time around. No sloppy butcher based on the status effect. Though we do see a lucky break from the Survivor, as we do not see blood or scratch marks here. Demo with the prime shred, but not going to launch it in fear of missing. And looks like we are going to see the down on this Survivor as they take a cheeky attempt at a light play. We do also see that flashlight attempt as well. However, Demo going to avoid it, and this here is going to be the first hook of this match, which could have possibly been a Scourge Hook Pain Residence, which would have regressed the most progressed gen by 25%. That being said, we do see multiple gens with quite a bit of progress. Ace going to go for the unhook here. Demo with the pop goes the Weasel. So that will be another 30% off of that gen's current progression. Demo, though, with the teleport away, looks like they are going to go for the unhook here, trying to go for a early tunnel out. However, 2 gens already completed. It's going to be in a little bit of a tough predicament. We are going to see the pre-drop there. And looks like the Renato taking a hit. That there's a forced penance, friends. Something that we have not seen all too often. Normally, most often seen on the twins. But getting some value here, as we do see that body block. Demo once again for the shred, but going to wait out and walk in the M1 here. That being said, though, 3 gens now completed. The win condition needs to be met, and needs to be met now. In other words, Demo needing to get a 4K. Otherwise, we are looking at the tie condition. That being said, Jake gonna go for a instant unhook, as Renato gonna go for a 4th gen completion with Deja Vu. Jake, though, now in chase. Looks like they interrupted the unhook, and Demo with a near miss there on the M1, though not gonna miss this time round. That being said, we are now at the tie condition. One more gen completed, and that there will be the win for Elysium with 2 set wins to Instant Dodge's 0 set wins here for round number 1. That being said, looks like Survivor's going to be resetting a little bit. Jake kind of just hanging out right now, not working on any gens. Looks like they are going to go back to this hill gen. Ace now in chase, however. And looks like they are going to be taking... No! Just barely dodging that shred. I thought it was a shoo-in, but looks like Ace had other ideas as they will take the hit here and make their way over toward the shack. Question is, will they be able to get there in time as Demo trying to cut them off? Remember, we did see Shack Belt thrown and broken earlier. And Renato coming in for another body block, but the shred dodges are in. And looks like Demo going to be walking through the window there. That being said, if this chase takes too long, this 5th gen will be completed, and that there will be the win condition for Elysium. There's, once again, the Force Penance coming in on the Renato. There's the down. And the Adrenaline... Wait, is that a Soul Guard on top of... Hold on 1 second. That was Adrenaline into a Soul Guard proc. Very well played there by these survivors. However, Ace will, in fact, go back down. Looks like Demo going to be going for the Renato here, wanting to get the 4K regardless of the win condition. That being said, Renato will pick up this med kit, though I'm not sure if it has enough charges for a full heal. Looks like Demo going to be going for the pickup and the basement hook here on the Ace. We're going to see the mend here and the X gate open. These survivors maybe just going for the 3-man out as they have secured their win condition. However, Force Penance still going to be making things a little bit difficult. Demo, though, going to be going for, it looks like someone else, not the Renato. Instead, looks like they are going for the Jake. These survivors now just put in a bit of practice. They've already got the win condition. Now they are just playing with their food. As Demo trying to fake the shred there. Jake, though, not going to get back to this pallet, I don't think. No, they are, just barely. As they are going to go for another vault, making their way over towards the X gate. We do see the unhook in the basement for the Ace. Demo looks like they are not dropping chase just yet. They want to get the Jake down. However, they're trying to find a good way of managing things here. And looks like they're going to force the Jake further into this corner. But if they wait too long here for the down, it's very likely that these survivors are going to come in for some body blocks. And looks like Demo going to make up a lot of distance. However, a pallet here going to be just in the nick of time, forcing the Jake back in towards the corner. Where are these survivors for their body block? Demo not going to go for the shred. Want to ensure that they get the down. There it is. We do see survivors nearby for body blocks. Demo going to go for the shred. We do see the Ace up there. This is possibly going to be a flashlight save. However, Demo seeing it too, going to ensure not to give a free save here. Once again, a shred, maybe due to the add-ons having a lower cooldown and fatigue. That being said, though, we see the Demo with the pickup on the Jake. These survivors determined for the 4-man out. However, the Demo here determined to ensure that does not happen. Looks like Ace still the only one still injured. Looks like they are going to go for a reset here with the Renato. However, timer's ticking down and we got less than 30 seconds on the clock here. Not to mention the timer's going to speed up immediately after this unhook unless someone else is down on the ground. Here's the unhook coming in. Demo going around. Looks like we are going to see the BT hit here in just a few seconds. However, Jake going to go into the locker. Maybe potentially trying to force a pick. There's the head-on attempt, but Jake going down. And survivors, I think, are going to be taken by the entity here in EGC if they are not careful. And Demo not even going to give them the hit, knowing full well that the Ace cannot make it back to the exit gate in time. Demo with the long-range shred to stop the heal progress. And I'm starting to think that actually Demo might be beneficial for the Demo to allow them to get the pickup. Timer's running down. We see the revolt there in front of the Demo, not going to give them any additional distance. And yeah, I think this is going to be 3 people killed here from EGC. If not 4, the exit gate's not open, I don't think. And yeah, there it is, the 3-man kill for the Demogorgon. And the Survivor's Greed definitely played against them there. Either ways, Elysium does walk away victorious here in round number 1 of Season 9 of Champions of the Fog.